Welcome to my channel in yet another video. In today's recipe, I'm going to be preparing oxtail stew biryani. This is so yummy, so tasty. It is a two-in-one recipe where you can learn how to prepare creamy, oxtail curry, and then you get as well to prepare biryani. So please subscribe, like, and share. So I started by soaking my oxtail in water with a little bit of lemon. I used around 2 lemons and I squeezed them, and then we soaked the oxtail for 2 hours. Then once we are done, we start cutting the oxtail into different pieces like you can see there in the video. Then we wash again because we want to remove any other dirt. At times as you cut them, they release a little bit of blood. So once we are done, we are going to pat dry them on a paper towel like you can see there. We want them dry before we put the coating. Then I went ahead and mixed a quarter cup of cornstarch. It was almost done, that is why I used just a little bit of what I had, but you can go to up to a half cup of cornstarch. And then I added a little bit of salt. Then like you can see, I make sure that the oxtail is dry, and then we start coating it into the cornstarch mixture. The difference between cornstarch and maize flour is cornstarch comes from the endosperm of the corn kernel, and then for the maize flour, it is from grinding a whole corn kernel. So that is the difference. People have been asking me lately about the difference between maize flour and cornstarch. So like you can see, we are going to start frying our oxtail until it is brown. And then like you can see, so just add a little bit of oil into a pan and then start frying it on medium heat until it is brown on both sides before we add the rest of the ingredients. So soaking the oxtail in lemon water helps to tenderize it, and the longer you take soaking your oxtail, the better. So if you can soak it for more than 2 hours, that is great. Then once the oxtail has started browning, like you can see on both sides, then we add the chopped onions. I used around 2 medium-sized onions. Then we are going to cook for 2 to 3 minutes until like the onions start to caramelize just a little bit, and then we add our tomatoes. I used around 5 to 6 tomatoes, just medium-sized tomatoes. Then we add the spices, like you can see, because I'm going to prepare biryani, I use biryani masala, I use tandoori, and then we have paprika and salt. So we are going to cook until the tomatoes are soft before we move on to the next step. Do not forget to use water whenever there is need as you are cooking to make sure that your ingredients do not get burnt, like you can see there in the video. So cover and cook for 2 to 3 minutes, then add in garlic. If you have garlic and ginger paste, then you can just use a teaspoon. It is just fine. Then if you have any other spices that you would love to taste in your oxtail, then please use them depending on your tastes and preference. So like you can see here, we start adding in water. Oxtail takes long to get soft, but when you are cooking it, you can use a pressure cooker just to speed up, and also you can use a slow cooker and then just cook on very low heat and then cook until it is ready. I kept on adding in water for like 3 times. I added in water first, and then once it had dried up almost like nothing, then I added in more water, and then it dried up and then added in the 3rd time. So I kept on adding in water and then until I had my stew ready. But trust me, everything was worth it. The oxtail came out so good. The sauce was still thick and creamy, like you can see. it was off the bone. Like you can see there, the oxtail is all ready and super tasty. And also the flavors, the spices are all still in there, so it tastes so great. Then here I added in yogurt. You can use heavy cream if you have it, and if you would love it to be dairy free, then you can just add your coconut cream. It just works fine as well. Then here I added in the green pepper. You can use the coriander if you have it with you, just to give it a different flavor, just to spice it up and then make it so tasty. So we are going to cook for 5 minutes, and then here we start working on the rice, our biryani rice. So I used, like you can see, the measurements just up there in the upright corner. Then I added water. We are going to first soak the rice to remove the starch and just to make it not so sticky, like you can see. Let it rest for 5 minutes, and then once the oxtail is ready, just turn off it and then put it aside for later when we start to arrange the biryani. Then here I started by heating up water. We added to that oil. Oil also helps the rice not to be sticky. Then to that I added bay leaves, I had cloves, cardamom, chumni, and then salt, and also a rosemary. Yeah, so this is all to spice up your rice. Like you can see, I have already a video explaining to you about these spices, the pilau spices, the biryani spices, tea spices. It is all detailed, and also where you can get them if you are in Uganda from the different markets. And I also left the prices, so kindly go check it out. So once the water is ready, we are going to add in the rice. At this rate, make sure that you have drained your rice, you have washed it well, and then we are going to add it in. I already have videos for chicken and beef biryani, so please go check them out. These are recipes that you can prepare your family, especially now that Eid is around the corner. So we are going to cook the rice until it is undercooked just a little bit. Please help me grow by subscribing to my YouTube channel, like the videos, and leave a comment below. So once the rice boils, like you can see, you check and it is just undercooked for just a little bit. Then here you take it off and then drain out the water, but do not pour the water because we are going to use it. So here, because this is the pan I'm going to use to arrange the biryani, I first placed it in a different bowl. Then here I try to remove the bay leaf and the rosemary because right now I'm done using them in this rice. I don't need them anymore. So drain the water, but do not pour it because we are going to use it when we are preparing the biryani. So kindly help me grow by subscribing. That is Ugandan Kitchen. That is my channel. When you come on it, please click on the subscribe button there, and then you have subscribed. Then click on it again and click on all. And with that, you will be notified whenever I post a new video. Please help me give a thumbs up to each and every video you watch. That helps me to grow. It helps my channel. It helps other people to come and see and, appreciate my work. So if you wish well for me, if you would love to see me at the top, please subscribe, like, and share. It means a lot. Thanks. So here we start arranging biryani. Like you can see, I started with the rice, and then to that I added oxtail stew. And then like that, we are going to be leveling it up until you have the rice at the top. Make sure that you finish up with the rice at the top when it is covering the oxtail or the chicken or beef, whichever you choose to use. Do not forget to use mint, green pepper, coriander to flavor up your biryani. Then here I have my orange food color because I don't have saffron. Then I garnished with mint and also green pepper. It can as well be fried onions. It can be coriander, so whichever you choose to use. Then here comes the rice water, and then we start using it just to help the rice get that steam that it needs. such that it cooks well. Remember, we drained it when it was still undercooked. So at this rate, you want to use a little bit of rice water such that it can get that steam and then cook well, and you have your meal already. So cover it up and then you cook on low heat for 15 to 20 minutes. And after that, like you can see, our biryani is ready. The rice is ready. It is well cooked. The meat is off the bone and we are good to go. So when serving your biryani, make sure that you use your serving spoon and then scoop from the bottom such that you get different patches of the rice depending on how many colors you have used in your biryani. If you use a little bit of green color, you will be getting the patches of green, and then orange and the white rice. Like you can see, the meat is off the bone. It is soft and so tasty. Please help me grow by subscribing. All these are recipes that you can prepare for your family this Eid, and you can have a very nice time with your loved ones. Please subscribe, like, and share. Don't forget to follow me on my other social media platforms: Snapchat Ugandan Kitchen, TikTok Ugandan Kitchen, and Instagram. Until next time, like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.